Welcome to video 5. In this tutorial we will be looking at how to amend a review and go into further depth on how to review the evidence provided in the ePortfolio. To amend a review, click on the Review Preparation tab on the left hand menu. Then click on the edit icon next to the review you wish to amend. You may navigate directly to the relevant section you wish to update by selecting the relevant tab here. Please note that the final review page cannot be accessed until all the previous sections have been completed, including the trainee's self-rating. Before embarking on a review, you will need to check any shared log entries that a trainee has requested you to validate. These will only appear if they have been shared as mentioned in video 2. The curriculum coverage section allows you to see how many log entries the trainee has completed and linked to each of the curriculum statement headings. To view this, click on the Curriculum Coverage tab on the left-hand side. The table shows you each of the curriculum statement headings and how many logs are linked to each heading. They are grouped by review period, ST year and total. To look at the logs under each heading in more detail, click on the number and the window will refresh to show only those linked logs. You can then review the log specifically if you wish by clicking on the log title. A summary of all the logs and assessments that relate to each professional competence area can also be reviewed. To do this, click on the Competence Area tab on the left-hand side. The table again shows you each of the competence areas and how many pieces of evidence are linked to that competence. They are grouped by logs, in current review, ST year and total, and forms, again review period, ST year and total. To view a particular area, click on the number and a new screen will appear with a summary of the evidence for that competency. Each can be reviewed in more detail by clicking on the title. The skills log page shows a summary of the DOPS assessments. Though DOPS is in the process of being removed from the ePortfolio and replaced by CEPS, it is worth going through this section as it is still currently active, and DOPS already completed by trainees will remain archived on their ePortfolio. To access this, click on the Skills Log tab on the left-hand side. It is divided into 3 sections: mandatory, optional and other, though these headings are not necessary now due to the DOPS imminent removal. The DOPS present column shows the number of DOPS submitted for that skill. To view the assessment in more detail, click on the number and it will take you to a list of DOPS submitted. The Rating and Comments tabs are the trainees' self-ratings against those skills. They will rate themselves and add comments. CEPS will now be replacing DOPS as the way of evidencing competence of clinical examination and procedural skills. The main difference is that there is no list of mandatory skills to be completed by the end of training. However, all trainees must have demonstrated the ability to competently perform both male and female intimate examinations, including breast exam. As there are 2 different ways of documenting this on the ePortfolio, evidence for this can be found either by clicking on the Evidence tab on the left-hand side and then clicking CEPS. These are the CEPS which are documented and added by the observer, like other work-based place assessments. CEPS can also be found amongst the trainees' learning logs if they have written a reflection about it. It is worth noting, however, when considering this evidence, that this will not include any of the observer's notes or thoughts on how well the examination or procedure was performed. Finally, it is worth noting that trainers are able to view the trainee's review but are not able to make amendments to it. Clicking on Review Preparation on the side menu takes you to a similar screen as the educational supervisors, but you will only be able to view and not edit them. Thanks for watching. The next tutorial will be looking at downloads, frequently asked questions, and how to generate inquiries.